Well, hello there and welcome. My name is Nathy and you are watching the best upcoming Quest games that you will be able to play very soon or later down the road. I hope you are going to enjoy it. With that being said though, let's jump right into the metaphor, shall we? And kick things off with Ghostbusters VR. In this spooky co-op adventure game, you get to strap on a proton pack and dive into the world of one of the most iconic movie trilogies ever made. Together with your friends, you will have to track, blast and trap ghosts in a full-blown campaign. Your mission? Continue the Ghostbusters legacy, protect the city from uninvited ghouls, and experience all the humor and frights from the beloved franchise. Another big hitter on Quest is definitely going to be Assassin's Creed Nexus. Behind the scenes, Ubisoft has been working on this game for quite a while now, and all we know is that it's going to take place in some sort of multiverse, in where you get to play as Ezio, Connor, Cassandra, and hopefully others too.
May I see it?
Wait, what's that? It's not so much a design this time, just a series of sketches. What to make of all this?
Ubisoft has said that the elements that we love so much about the Assassin's Creed series will be present, so I do expect awesome first-person combat, stealth and climbing in probably small open-world environments. A surprising collaboration that we have yet to hear more about too is the one between Meta, Vertigo and Deep Silver. This was teased during Meta Connect.
I think you'll be excited that we're partnering with Vertigo on 5 more great games from Deep Silver and others. We'll share more about this lineup very soon.
With Deep Silver's impressive resume, there are a lot of options of what could potentially come to the Quest. Maybe it's going to be Saints Row, Dead Island, Chivalry or Metro. Time will tell. Next up is of course Bonelabs. What else? One of the most anticipated games on Quest. Bonelabs brings everything to the table in terms of VR physics, and being the potential successor of Boneworks, the expectations are quite high, and even that is an understatement. Anyways, in the game, you are being banished to a mysterious place where you embody an outcast that has to escape its destiny. Ooh, yes. The game's story revolves around you finding a hidden underground research facility that holds a series of challenging experiments that mark, well, your freedom. So, good luck. Another Ubisoft game that is in the works is Splinter Cell VR. And in this case, we don't know if it's going to be a game that is built from the ground up or if it's going to be based on the upcoming remake of the first Splinter Cell. I'm hoping that they go for a full-fledged VR title, as this is usually far more immersive. Then there is Red Matter 2, one of my personal favorites. After breaking free from the simulation that held your own mind hostage, your first priority is to escape the planet from the first game. However, you unexpectedly discover a distress signal belonging to an old friend. So determined to come to his rescue, you will travel to the farthest reaches of the solar system to find him. And Red Matter 2 will be, packed with new adventures, challenging puzzles, an actual jetpack for once, updated tools, and for the first time ever, weapons as well. Count me in. One of the cutest experiences in this list is Ziggy's Cosmic Adventures, a fully immersive cockpit game set in a stunning universe. Your goal is to fight your way through the solar system amidst intense arcade combat, navigation through treacherous space environments, and the rush of scrambling to manage your ship's computer. This is going to be the ultimate multitasking simulator. It's so adorable. If you are into ginormous mech robots, then you may want to check out Ultimax. In this fast-paced looking title, players remotely pilot high-performance mechs that compete in the future sport of Super Bowl. Working their way up the field with a teammate as they zoom, block, punch and score, they have to try hard to get on top of the leaderboard. This game is going to be so much fun. Now, this particular title is going to be huge. Oh yes, mark my words. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is back with a fresh Chapter 2. Hunted by the seemingly unstoppable Axeman and facing off against the tower's latest push for total dominance, you are trying to figure out what connects these two new threats together. And before it's too late, because you are getting chased by hordes of zombies and the citizens of the town you're in are also not very happy to see you. So Chapter 2 throws in new faces, weapons and gear that await you on your journey to a final showdown for the city's faith. So Nathan, anything else than zombies? Yeah, if you are waiting for Splinter Cell to come to VR, then check out this unparalleled stealth action title that features 2 unique story campaigns. It's called Aspire 2, a full-fledged VR FPS that you can play together with a friend. This game literally lets you step into the iron boots of 2 humanoid droids that have all kinds of futuristic tricks up their sleeves, and they are going to use these, of course, against the enemy. While making your way through the levels, you get the freedom to choose how you want to play it. You can go in loud, for example, or completely quiet. It's totally up to you. This list wouldn't be complete without a supernatural fighting game. Final Fury will be the first of its kind in the VR scene. It's very early in development, so not much can be said about this title just yet. But hopefully it will turn out to be an awesome game in where you can use your physical VR space to attack and dodge your opponent's numerous attacks. Because that's what I like. I like to use my play space. I want this to support room skill. We'll see. Surprising is that Twilight is coming to VR as well, and I'm not talking about the romantic vampire stuff, no, I'm talking about the Twilight Zone. Ooh. So we don't really know much about this game besides that it's going to be scary and mysterious, but by looking at their mixed reality trailer that they recently dropped, you do get a good idea of what it's going to be all about in terms of gameplay and the story, so check out the full thing if you haven't already. Enough of the creepy stuff. It's time for more cuteness in my opinion, because I love cute games. In Pathcraft, you enter a playful, handcrafted world inspired by the 90s puzzle platformers. In this adorable title, you have to play with blocks to complete increasingly complex puzzles and craft a path for your whimsical little character. Don't let your eyes deceive you, because the challenges are going to be harder along the way. You have to carefully think about what you're doing and react quickly to guide your tiny character and successfully complete its path. It's a fun casual quest game that I would love to see more from. Talking about unique art styles, check out this multiplayer game called Broken Edge. Broken Edge is a VR multiplayer fantasy dueling title where you embody historical sword fighters. You use their personal techniques and powers combined with cutting-edge fencing mechanics to claim victory against online components. And I'm sure this is going to be a great workout, so if you are lazy, you're out of luck. I do think this is one of those titles that is going to, well, make you push it to the limit. Now, this next game is a bit of a mysterious one that we have been waiting for a very long time. I'm of course talking about Firmament, a surrealistic puzzler that takes you on a steampunk-esque adventure through wonderful worlds full of exciting challenges. The developers who are working on this are best known for Myst and Abduction 2, so it's safe to say that we can be very hyped for this puzzler, but we still don't know when it's going to be finished and what it's all about. Okay, so what is this? Well, I said that I wasn't going to show any more creepy stuff, but in a nutshell, that's what a lot of the content in the VR scene is all about. So let me introduce you to Hellsweeper, a roguelike combat game where you take on the role of an undead immortal. In Hellsweeper, you traverse the underworld where you gain mastery of your weapons and elemental magic, or fall to the unrelenting onslaught of dark creatures. It's good to know that this game is being developed by the devs who were also behind the success of Sorrento, so chances are that this is going to be super duper awesome. If you are into Japanese VR games, then you may like Dyschronia, Chronos Alternate. It's a very long name, I know, and it is going to be a long game too, because it offers a 3-episode murder mystery that is set in an idyllic artificial marine city, in which dreams are used to prevent crime before it happens. Welcome to the future. The game features cool-looking levels, high-tech abilities, futuristic puzzles, and an attractive anime art style. Very important to sum out this. there. So yeah, next on the list is Killer Frequency, a brand new horror comedy set in a 1980s mid-American town where you take the night shift at a local radio station to help listeners that are being chased by a mysterious masked killer. Yeah, you couldn't make this up. That's right, as the DJ you interact with your listeners using a variety of conversation options while listening for clues and information. And you need to keep the show going with tunes inspired by the decade. So there's a lot happening in this game. Then we have Ruins Magus. This is a VR fantasy action RPG that sadly I don't see a lot of people talk about. It's also Japanese, by the way, and in this title you can experience a variety of stories that take place in a fictional city called Grand Amnis. You play as a wizard that gets to unravel the mysteries that are hidden within the city's ruins, and along the way you will meet all kinds of colorful characters, dangerous enemies, and so much more. The new kid on the block here is Nerve Ultimate Championship, a competitive multiplayer that brings nerve battles into an electrifying competition. You get to gear up with a wide range of new and classic toy blasters as you leap around fantastic arenas in intense 4v4 matches. While soaking in the sound of roaring fans, you have to prove yourself in spectacular arenas to become the ultimate Nerve champion. Another upcoming hidden gem in this list is Propagation Paradise Hotel. Ooh, yeah, so you wake up in the midst of an apocalypse and have to find your sister that is somewhere stuck in the same haunted hotel as you are. After intercepting one of her radio messages, you set out to find her. You will have to move through a hostile environment and gather your courage to, survive. The devs have promised an immersive story, advanced game mechanics, and most importantly, it will be scary, don't worry. So, something that is again a little more lighthearted is What the Bet. This one should be on your radar for sure, because in What the Bet, you pretty much have baseball bats for hands. You get to play 100 unique levels of betting, cooking, shooting, smashing, parking, painting, pickling, and whatnot. You could go on forever. I expect this to be a truly funny, unique, whimsical, comical, strange VR experience that doesn't necessarily take itself super serious. A great all-star game is Moss Book 2. Quill is back, and this time she's being hunted, and not in a light way. No, in Book 2, the story picks up right where things left off, following the successful rescue of Quill's uncle. Your adventure continues with the revelation that a winged tyrant has turned its focus on Quill and is now on the hunt for her within the Hexed Castle. Lined with dangerous terrain, daunting puzzles, and enemies twisted in fire and steel, Quill's journey has only just begun. Okay, let's talk about Among Us VR, shall we? This legendary pancake game has finally been officially recreated in VR. So prepare for departure through VR, but beware of the imposter, because that's the motto of this title. You play with 4 to 10 players online as you attempt to hold your spaceship together and survive as long as you can, because one or more random players among the crew are imposters. If you are not interested in being sus or thinking that everyone else is sus, then GTA San Andreas might be a fun alternative. Brought to you by Mark Zuckerberg himself. Yes.
I'm excited to announce that the Rockstar Games classic Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is in development for Quest 2.
I know, he really said it. We are going to be able to explore the always sunny Los Santos by stepping into the shoes of CJ himself. Honestly, I think it's going to be fantastic to finally get to drive, fly, swim, and most importantly, hang with the Grove Street family in the most immersive way ever. Next to Vice City, GTA San Andreas was definitely one of the best in the franchise, so big chance it will be a blast in VR as well. You seriously don't want to miss the opportunity to order a number 6 with extra dip and following the infamous train in first-person VR. And there you go, those are the best upcoming Quest games. Let me know in the comments below what you are going to play first when it finally drops. I'm very curious to hear what you are most excited for, and don't forget to slam that like button to show your support. And with that being said, until next time, see you in the metaverse and bye bye for now.